Log in, this is the dashboard that you will see. Ignore this message here. It's just that we've stopped anyone from viewing the website through Google search. Okay, so when you come in here, you've got option to visit the site, visit the store. The store is built into the website, so don't fret about that. So you can toggle, click that. If you want to go back to dashboard, it's there, or you can just click the top. On the left hand side we have posts, so you can view all the posts. You can add a post, and you've got categories where you can categorize them and add tags for them. Here we have media, which is your image library, and then here we have pages, so you can view all the pages on the website. Pages and products are completely different. So the posts are again different. These are blog articles. So what you're going to find is at the bottom of the website, where we've got the submenu, we've got news, FAQs, contact us, about, etc. So if I click on, say, terms and conditions, we've got a page here. And what we can do is edit that page, and it loads. We can also access it through clicking all pages, go down to terms and conditions, and again we can edit the page. When you edit the page, you'll have to ignore the dog. When we edit the page, you've got this here. If you want to add an image, you can just go in, you can turn it into 2 columns, you can do whatever you want with it. So what we tend to do is, here's a text block, this will be another text block, etc. So if we want to add an image, we can add it here, we can add one here, single image, and if we look in the media library, we can select that, or we can drag and drop one on, set the image, give it title, design options, so you can set paddings around it, you can put borders and all sorts. You can, now these are preset, as it explains here, so quite often we tend to go for medium, or what we might do is set it in full if we've already uploaded a set image. If you're taking the original image off manufacturer's website and it's a 4 megapixel image, then I would turn around and say, okay, you could work with that. If it's a 20 megapixel image, then I'd be inclined to take into Photoshop and shrink it down to the size that you actually need. You can add captions on it, you can do all sorts to it. Okay, so so if I save that just for now, right. So in this WYSIWYG builder, we can move it around, we can put it anywhere we want, put it there, we can duplicate it, we can delete them. So when you update the page, you'll be able to view it. Okay. Now, if you wanted to edit it in the front end, okay, so this is classed as back end. The front end editor is here. If you click that, it just switches onto the front of the website, and you can edit it exactly the same way. You know, you can change the columns, you do all sorts to it. Okay, so if we wanted to duplicate that, we could. If we wanted to add an image, we could do it at the bottom. The difference being is that you're at the front of the website. It's great for visually designing something, but quite often it's slower and it can be a little bit more problematic because things are rendered in real time. But I prefer to work in the back end, because in the back end editor, which is this one here, I can see the columns, I can see what is located where. You know, if I want to add something, I can add a button or whatever. If I want to delete that, say for example I want to add a new row and I want to turn it into 2 columns, and I want to let's put an image there, so we put that image there, save changes. Then quite often what I tend to do is duplicate things. It's quite often quicker than to change, to redo the settings. So if you've styled this, then you can duplicate it and then just work with it. So put a new image in, okay, and then those two images are side by side. So I'm going to cancel that. So that's how you edit pages. The posts are the same. Testimonials will be the same, but testimonials tend to be, let's add a new testimonial. You know, you add a title. For testimonials, you'd be inclined to switch this off. So the best way to switch this off is to go to classic mode and just put in a testimonial, as simple as that. You can add categories, so if they're for rompers, you can put add a romper to the category, then tick it to say this is about rompers. So at the top of a page, for example, if I go back into pages, here we go. So say for example I'm in the About Us page. Actually, let me view it first. So we might want a main image on top. What we tend to do there is set a featured image, which is this one here. If you set featured image like that, then update it. Okay, and then if we go and view it, you'll see now that that's been added to the top. So I'm going to edit this WP Bakery. So, no, I can't because it, silly me, because it's part of WordPress. This is WP Bakery, all this blue area here. Standard WordPress editor is, come on, let's go in classic mode, is like that. So it's text based and you can do basic formatting, but we installed a plugin so you can use this WP Bakery WYSIWYG editor. So that's the featured image, and basically I want to remove it, so I'm going to click that, update, and the page will be fine. Okay, so WooCommerce is split into two areas. Don't worry about the rest of the details, the other tools. So the two key areas you're going to want is WooCommerce orders and payment and products, where there we are, that's all the products there. I will upload another image concentrating on this now, because I think this is going to turn into a massive video otherwise.